Hey Taurus, Moonchild Divinity 624 coming at you with a January Love Focus reading. You guys are last but least. So sorry it took me so late to get it out there, but been busy little bee. If you hear any noise in the background, I'm really sorry. It's really windy. I live in New England, so we have that storm that's just been crazy. God, I don't even know how many inches we got. You already have cards falling out, King of Earth. So this is going to be love focused. This is general now. So, and if it doesn't make sense, so be it. Using the Angel Tarot cards by Doreen Virtue and Redley Valentine. Wow. Okay. You guys have some stuff coming out and some juju because you had two major arcanas fall out with the King of Earth. I don't want to be like, you know, textbook, but some of you might have tried to create something fast moving with an earth sign or someone who's just stable in finances or just a squared away kind of guy or gal. Just going to get going with it. And I have other decks here too, which I'll try to name and all that good jazz. And all that jazz. Okay, I'll move my spiral deck out of the way. Keep that to the side. That's my special little deck. Okay, Knight of Water, Ten of Earth, Queen of Fire, Eight of Water, and at the bottom we have the Moon. Okay. So, we have all the hitters on the table. We have Fire, Earth, Water, and the major arcanas. Earth, Fire, Water, just no air. No air. So maybe a lack in communication this month with somebody. Maybe it's that King of Earth for some of you Taurus men or women. I feel like, though, some of you are passionately waiting for something that you've created. I say that because I have the Queen of Fire and the Magician right above and below each other. Okay? And look at those wings. That's crazy. Crazy stuff. And then look at the wings on this broad here. And by broad, I don't mean any disrespect. If you take disrespect to that, that's just the way I talk. That's how, you know, I don't know. I'm not going to explain myself. Some kind of emotional new beginning, maybe. I'm not quite sure where this is going. I feel like something's coming out of the blue. I just keep looking back at the blue from both the Eight of Water and the Knight of Water. You might have walked away from this in the past. They might have walked away from you. Something else is transpiring here. Something that you tried to create. Maybe some of you Taurus tried to make these people come back and now it might be happening. But is it all that you want it to be? I don't know why I'm saying that because I don't know. I have no idea. I want to clarify on the Knight of Water first. I'm going to use the Morgan Greer. I read a lot from my intuition, okay? So when you see cards on the table, there's a lot of traditional tarot card readers out there who will read textbook. Sometimes I do, you know, I always say I don't read textbook, but sometimes I do actually look at the card and say, oh yeah, that definitely is what that means because of surrounding cards or, you know, I don't know. I just heard cause and effect in my head that came out. I don't know. So if that resonates with you, just let me know. On the Knight of Water, we have the Five of Swords, the Nine of Pentacles, and the Eight of Swords. So there we go, all the heavy hitters on the table, and the Four of Wands at the bottom of that. So I definitely do feel like there was kind of a sad situation with this lover that you had, and I won't be surprised if that card pops out somewhere up in here, and if it doesn't, I just feel like there's something brewing here as far as like I feel deeply about like a fire and earth sign. So whether that's sun, moon, or rising, so between you Taurus and maybe a fire sign, or maybe they have fire in their chart in their moon, in their rising, or in their Venus now, because this is a love reading. So you've created this situation, whether it's positive or negative, and I think right now, judging by the air signs that we have out on the table, you haven't necessarily had all the best thoughts in your little ego about this person, but you've kind of wanted them to come back. Maybe there's unfinished business, risky business. I don't know why I'm saying that, but take everything as a message because I get weird stuff. I don't know what you call that, clairvoyant, clairaudient, I don't know. I just get stuff from, yeah, 2 cards fall out. Yeah, I think you have some spirit guides talking to you too, that you kind of try to lull about this situation, because I think you almost want it to, like, you think negatively about it, but you almost want a positive outcome. But we all know that that almost doesn't, I'm not going to say it never happens, because the will of the universe is more than, it'll steamroll you. What's going to happen and what is meant to be will be, but you also co-create your reality and what surrounds you, okay? Don't forget that. I'm going to stop there. We have the King of Cups on the bottom of the spiral deck. Could be a water sign, who knows? We have the King of Earth, and then the Queen of Fire, and then the King of Cups. So, and then we have a lot of court cards out on the table tonight. And then with the Princess of Pentacles and the Six of Pentacles, I don't know if I don't feel like I necessarily wanted to clarify on the card. I might have, but I forgot. And maybe that's for a reason. I feel like, excuse me, there's some definite court cards here making a presence. So there's a lot of people surrounding this situation. Maybe you're talking to your pals about this situation. Maybe some of you might have met this person at a job site, or through some kind of creative project that you're running. It might not necessarily be your 9 to 5, you know, your banking hours. But there's something around that situation, as far as like you met them through a creative project. You both kind of share some kind of creative endeavor together, or you just both might have the same outlook on maybe life. I don't know. I'm going to take the spiral deck again. Put down the King of Cups. I'm going to clarify on the Magician. Okay? What's up with the Magician? Okay? Magician, 9 of Pentacles, 10 of Cups, and the Queen of Wands, and at the bottom, the 2 of Wands. You're definitely looking out for some kind of, right now, a lot of you are on your own. You're on your own, you might be gaining that financial stability. I feel like a lot of you work like a regular job, and then you have a creative project on the side that you're waiting for money to come in on. Now, I know this is a love reading. I just have to say the messages that I get, because I feel like I'm kind of chinsing you if I don't, okay? I feel like a lot of you are making money in your regular job, and you have money twinkling in, or trying to have success in that creative endeavor that you're trying to create. Right now, a lot of you might be on your own and solo, and if you're not, that's fine too. You might feel alone with the partner that you're with for some reason, and there was once happiness there, but now you're standing in your ground, you're standing firm, you're strong. You're very strong, and you're a very passionate person. I say that because we both have the Queen of Fire out twice now. The Queen of Fire and the Angel Tarot cards, and then you had the Queen of Wands in the spiral deck. Very passionate endeavor that you have going on here, and you're moving forward with it, you're charging on with it. I do feel like this wants to be a love reading, because that's the intention that I set before I start chucking cards out on my table here, but there's a lot of work situation going on here. But some of you, I feel like I have to clarify on this King of Cups over here, because he's just sitting pretty over in the corner. And I feel like with some of you Taurus men or women, whatever your sexual preference, now don't leave comments on there, any negative comments. I appreciate everyone's opinion. You are allowed to that. I love that about the human race and all that stuff. But like I always say, don't leave negativity on my channel saying, oh, this guy. That's just the way I talk. If this message resonates with you, you got to take it how you see fit. That's on you. That's your free will. If I say this guy, King of Cups, is a guy, well, it might so be. Or it might be a woman who's just envelops those qualities. You know? So, just please, I'm not trying to be rash or anything, but I've gotten some comments and stuff, and I always say I don't want any negativity on my channel. This is a positive channel. Positivity. Because there's too much negative out in that world, and if you want to spread it, that's on you. But remember, everything that you put out there comes back to you, and sometimes tenfold. I felt like I need to say that to some of you. You might know somebody like that where you need to spread the message to them. 8 of Wands, Knight of Swords, and King of Swords. Holy moly. And then the Knight of Pentacles. Some of you, I feel like this is specific for Taurus women, are going to get some kind of fast, swift communication coming in, almost like it's uncanny, I wanted to say, very fast, out of the wind. It's just like, pew, shoo. You know, like very, almost kind of like, dude, this is crazy. Like, I can't believe I heard from this person. Like, I was thinking about them, and I necessarily didn't have the best thoughts about them, but they called me, they texted me, they sent me an email, like maybe a work email, maybe you worked with them, and or whatever. Use it how you see fit. But I definitely feel this guy is older than you, and if you're a Taurus male, this person is probably older than you, much more wiser than you. And for some reason, I feel like they have strong hands. I don't know why I'm saying that. Their hands are just very strong, and they're held on to their emotion like, this is me. This is who I am. I'm coming in for you. Pay attention to that. That might make sense with some of you. And then some of you might get another person coming in who's just rash, who's just coming in like the freaking wind. Because look at these 3 cards together. I see all blue. I don't know if you can see it that well, but look at all the blue surrounding these. There's 2 men here. You have the Knight of Swords, and then he's matured. So maybe this might be that person, whether it's a man or a woman. They might have been like this in the past, and that's why you might have had, I think in the beginning, I don't ever remember anything I say because I just spit it out, but in the beginning he was like this, and you're like, I've been thinking about him because I really liked him. He tickled my fancy. But now he's coming back like this. He's more mature. And those 8 of Wands. And with the 8 of Wands there, look at how I said coming out of the blue. Look at that face. This cloud. And I feel like that cloud represents some kind of divine intervention. Something bigger than you coming out and spitting out a message to you. And it's up to you whether you're ready to receive it. I don't think I have to go any further. Next month, I will try to remember to do your readings first, because honestly, I just picked love for the love readings. I picked a name out of a hat, and you came up last, and I've been really busy the past few days. So, but I think that's for a reason. I mean, everything happens for a reason. There's always a rhyme and reason to the universe, right? Maybe you didn't come across the channel a few days ago, and you wouldn't have heard this message if it was then something like that, or you know, whatever. But I appreciate you stopping by. Whoever comes across this message, I hope it resonates some way for you. And what I always stress, okay, listen to me now, what I always stress is writing readings down in a journal, keep notes. I do that myself. I was just reading through a journal of mine that I took 2 or 3 years ago, and I read it now, and I'm like, are you effing kidding me? Holy crap. And it might be from a tarot reader that you saw 2 years ago. It will make sense, okay? It's going to make sense whoever comes across this, whether it's now, 5 or 5 years down the road, probably not 5 years, 5 months, couple weeks, whatever. Go and read back on it. That's what I always suggest, and if I'm not for you, there's plenty of other tarot readers out there who will tickle your fancy. That saying keeps coming up in my brain. I don't know why, and I haven't heard that saying in years, so whatever. Happy New Year, Taurus. Thank you so much for your support. Like I said, take care, and I wish the best positive vibe sent for all you Taurus people. I know a lot of great Tauruses, so take care, okay? Bye now.